everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are back at Higurashi when they cried. So, as of last chapter, we have seen all of what Rika's been going through after each and every single loop and reset. She remembers a few different fragments of her own life, namely just the other chapters that we have seen in the series so far, and we entirely got look into her own psyche of seeing the same scenes playing out over and over again, especially with the toy store. And pretty much how little, like, every time she actually does try to see anything new happens, things don't change. But it does when she actually tells about this, like, even vents about it to Keiichi even a little bit. And I had the theory in the past that she actually did probably try to talk to someone in the past and we forgot about it, which maybe it still stands true, but she forgot about way later on. But there was still that line where Rika basically just completely just says that she almost found herself to be too important because she held this power of a god almost, especially with how she gets getting grown up around elders who shower her in praise. So it might be because if she never did talk to anyone, it's because she kind of has its own big self-importance, like she can change things herself, but then gets sad because apparently she doesn't have that much power and authority leading up till now, which is kind of interesting, but also at the same time, I wonder if she did actually talk to people, like talk to her friends full sail, and while things do become different, it still comes around the same at the end. There'll be definitely times where she has to repeat the loop over again. Just now she has some of her friends on her side. The whole thing in some looping movies of like how many things I'm holding up, what am I thinking of right now, and just speed throughing that so you get on their side even more quicker and quicker until you get more plans until the whole thing is all sunken out of the water. We'll get through those boyos, but I won't go larger than this introduction honestly now. But goddamn introductions for all these episodes been going longer and longer and longer. But let's dial it back right now. Oh, I just hope that it'll probably be back in style the very second something new happens in this chapter. But Keiichi does seem to be changing a tiny bit, just from what Rika's told him. Especially with the choice, she could either try to tell Keiichi not to give the doll to Rain and Mia instead. He still does it anyway, no matter what choice you give, where he just watch it happen and try to intervene. What? I know I heard some people mention before, but they were serious about that? This world always has a lot of nice suggestions, but they're mostly out of politeness, right? Or just something you laugh off or reply with, that would be nice. Are we in Keiichi's perspective now? But those ideas generally end as jokes, so it's crazily turned real. Yeah, I'm serious. Uncle Yoshiro was giving you a ton of praise, too. He said it was amazing how well that Pop-Up Pirate game went into Toy Store yesterday. Oh. I had no idea you could play that game like that. Ah. I should mention that some of the kids at my table want to play with you, too. Yeah, 4K disruptive. Keiichi's a genius when it comes to playing games. Yeah. You know, I wasn't just playing around. I was giving my all because I had no choice but to win. Also, what you said to me, Rika, I wasn't taking that challenge, lying down. I guess we made it look like a lot of fun for the audience, though. Oh, hi, Shion. Oh, is that you? Oh, that's her uniform for her own school, then. Okay. Oh, hi. You're just here now. Okay. Well, I was wondering exactly when we'd see you again, actually, in this sort of circumstance, actually, back here. Okay, then this is nice. Okay, nice. Look at that. 2 favorite characters on the same room. Look at that. It's a miracle. You definitely have a blast, no matter what club activity you're doing, Keiichi. The coach had said that the Hinamizawa fighters would be so happy if you joined the team. That's very true. Auntie Eri had nothing but great things to say about you at the meeting last night, Maebara-kun. Meeting last night? You have the ability to bring people joy and far more than you think you do. You think so? When you don't go crazy, anyway. This old man didn't mention your name just because you're his friend. He did it because he's confident you can do the job. I was there at the meeting, too, and no one was against the idea. The council meeting, I'm assuming. Oh, that means Coach Eri is he's right there in the fucking meeting. He's part of the elders there. That Shion basically just accidentally let an entire witch hunt for herself actually in Mikashi. Oh, good lord. Maebara-kun, you honestly do have a good reputation in the village. After I'm only being here for a month, so you giving off good impressions. I've heard good things about you and Okamiya too. What you did in the match between the Hinamizawa fighters and Okamiya Titans was legendary. I'm assuming oh, so the days have gone by then. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. It really was incredible. The reporters were there to see Kameda-kun, but they were more impressed by you. They're talking about the rigged baseball match I set up with Kameda-kun. The public did end up believing the talented pitcher walked me out of fear for my insight. Kameda-kun and I have entered a strange relationship since then, but I'd really rather not talk about right now. Yes, you just like have fun, just hanging out, just eating sweets angel more from the sound of it. Or it's only happened once so far. Or like you just see him somewhere around in Okamiya the very few times you go there, and he's like, hey, old buddy, chumma pal, you wanna go to this place? And honestly, just like, I don't want to be around you anymore. Please go. You have to play it up. What do you think, Keiichi-kun? I think you can do it. I'm backing you up too. I definitely think you should be in charge of the Wanton Naganashi playing committee. Okay, this is going so far into, look, Keiichi, you're the center of the universe, do everything for us territory. I've been already getting that sticky suspicion, but just that one line has crossed over the threshold. What is happening? Wanton Nagashi's annual village festival held in June. It's supposed to be the biggest event in the village, and most of the people living here gather together for it. Since it's a major event, they always organize a committee to plan out the festival a few months in advance. The festival is only 2 weeks away, and I just moved to the village. But now they want me to join that committee? Okay, look, first of all, I don't even know what you do in a committee. You commit things. To memory, apparently. You don't need to be too concerned about it. The job we unanimously want you to fill is hosting the auction. Oh, okay. What the hell is that? Never heard of auctions before. Oh, wow, let's get a definition. Do you want me to sell bananas or something? Well, let me explain. We're holding an auction event for the first time this year. We're gonna auction off donated items just to see how it turns out. Oh yeah, didn't they mention that? What was it? Oh, they mentioned the Miyakashi when they did they went over to Orio's, like, you know, point of view of Kimiyoshi, and she was pretending to know what happened, like who died and all that, so. There's a kind of long story behind it. We want to do something in which everyone can participate using donated items as prizes. But the elderly members decided to distribute the prizes using something other than a lottery for their own reasons. Okay, not a lottery, but oh, they literally gonna actually put in money then? Like an actual true-to-life auction then? Well, that's literally just what it is then. It's not even like a raffle or a lottery then. It's just an auction. I don't know why you phrase it like that then. Well, to put it simply, our hag of a grandmother let her temper get to her, and went back down at that. She didn't really consider any specifics, but didn't she saw some of the prizes they initially handed out, like, yeah, no, we're buying something better than that. Yep. Anyway, we had to come up with how to utilize those donate items. At that point, we thought of doing an auction. That sounds like fun! Might be able to get something good for a really cheap price. It's fun just to watch the show too. You know, like, you just get there's gonna be an auction, like an auction event where someone just guide them wants some rare pencil, which technically costs like $10, and then people just go exceeds the price, honestly, until it's cost over 1,000 apparently. It's not gonna be more than you bargained for, not for cheap, honestly. Especially from what we know, the festival technically is like almost everyone in the village goes to it, and like I think like I guess quite a few people from Okamiya come along as well, just to see everything, so, yeah. The items were all donated, so they were free, huh? That committee sure is good at making money. My profit will be going into the beer fund for the village committee's winter getaway trip. It's not fair. My god. You're not ready for beer yet, Fruity-san. I think I understand what's going on now. She wants to drink more. Like, she's already having wine, which... I'm trying to think about it now. How did she get her hands on that? Did she steal from Kimiyoshi's house or something like that? How? Were the elders that actually are they that lax around here? Oh, okay, okay. But still, I'd never done anything like it before. I'm sure you can do it, Keiichi-kun. I bet you'd do really well if they told you that you get to keep 10% of the profits. Well, yeah, look at that. You have a job now for it. If I can gain something for producing results, then I'll do my best at it. So now there's the whole look at that. There's a theme appearing up. I'm doing a job or like just talking to people and you get money out of it. I still want to figure out what affliction is like, you know, sticking the Sadako actually from the doctor's office actually. But actually, like, just from how Rika's responding now, unless like she's definitely gonna try to make sure like like pretend that nothing is weird in the ordinary, but just see how she can actually influence everyone else to do one thing or another, which to be honest, that's like twofold, I guess. Easy thing of ooh, she could tell all her friends about the whole looping situation and all that, but then I'm trying to think now, like I guess it'd be I guess almost 100% weird win rate then if you don't tell anyone about it, but still everyone oh boy, I guess there'd be the whole question of okay, what have you seen there's life than Rika and all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to weigh whether it's better or not to like say anything about the whole looping situation now. But I guess it'd be an absolute win if Rika like just influences everyone without saying that she's seen all this before. Honestly, like Keiichi only like thinks in at this point with the toy store thing that Rika has only just been doing this the same toy store game thing like from last like other years. So you don't think anything supernatural post haste, unless the prediction thing which is a tiny bit to that direction. But from the sound of it, Rika is like laid back on it so far. So well, yeah, if I can gain something for producing results, then I'll do my best at it. On the other hand, you might be facing a dreadful penalty game if you don't produce anything. Wait a minute, Sadako. Why would I agree to a risky deal like that? Don't forget, they're the ones asking for my help. And what, you're not gonna put your 2 cents in the ring? Okay, get your money together and let's just see who gets more money first then. I'm a very busy guy, you know. Literally, yes, I pretty much everything we've seen this entire series so far. Again, Keiichi, the most busiest goddamn middle schooler in this entire game from what we've seen, honestly. My good god, if all the stuff that we've seen like happened beforehand, like skipping out over all the little club games, honestly, but literally almost just a lot of things happening. Try asking my agent first. Yeah, do you have one already lined up? Alright, Keiichi-chan, if you want some kind of compensation, we can talk about it. I really want you to be part of this, though. We can make a deal. That's something interesting. I wonder what I should ask for. Money, power, prestige, fame. We're always talking about punishments, but it's our first time talking about a reward. Look, everything's changing now. That's true. We're always fighting for something, huh? Reina's right. The whole purpose of our club activities is to escape the punishments we come up with. Even if we win, we never get a prize or reward for it. Just the satisfaction of winning and laughing at the losers. Keiichi has no idea how to respond to something that sounds too good to be true. I can't actually see that. Maybe Michan can come up with a good idea. It's hard to decide on what you want, isn't it? Let me see. How about this? An admission ticket to Angel Mort's dessert fiesta. Don't be too cheap, sis. Why don't you give them their 3 years worth of admission? Hey, that sounds more like a deluxe reward to me. I heard that some people pay lots of money for that ticket. You're remembering slowly things more and more. Okay, I see this. Are you sure you can hook me with 3 years worth of admission? I mean, well, wait, so does that mean like we skipped ahead like literally to the day before the festival because the fiesta technically already happened the day after? Oh my good god, time skips all over the place. Of course I am. You have to do a good job. I'm sure you will. With Keiichi-kun there, it's gonna be heaps of fun. I feel the same way. I'm really looking forward to the auction now. Yeah, you could probably get people to line up for takoyaki that doesn't even contain octopus. How the fuck do you know about that? You're suddenly remembering the other timelines now too, Sadako. Keep an eye on you too. Hey, takoyaki without octopus? That's impossible. The impossible is possible. No, I'm pretty sure you could do it. Yeah, you'd probably say it was healthier kind of takoyaki. Are you making fun of me or what? So what do you think, Maebara-kun? I think you'll do a wonderful job. Chi-sensei was also in the committee. She must have backed up Mia's suggestion when she brought my name up at the last meeting. I'd also like to see what kind of magic you can do. Napa, Hoshi. Change the fucking timeline, please, Keiichi, I'm begging you. A good auction always depends on how good a speaker the host is. Well, I'm not gonna be good at it because I stammer and stutter every single goddamn word I say, apparently. Sounds like it's gonna be Keiichi Maebara's big show. The KMBS. It's BS, it's Keiichi Maebara speaking. It'll be so much fun just to watch. Hey, I haven't accepted the offer yet. Don't worry, Keiichi-kun, you can do it. You're saying that because you don't have to. Oh, that's not true. The principal suddenly opened his mouth. Okay, literally everyone's in this goddamn room together. Okay, then they basically... I'm just now imagining, like, Keiichi had to leave from home, honestly, and everyone started bombarding him, like, sit down, Keiichi, you're gonna do this for us. Just, like, keeping you restrained until you say yes. The sound of it. Maebara-kun, in my opinion, you will do a fine job. Let me think about this. I'll think about this for another 10 months. As a man, isn't your responsibility to meet people's expectations? Not always. If I had to, I'm sure I could do it. Mian has made me do so many different things at the club, and I've learned a lot from that. Besides, this will be the first time I could get a reward without having to worry about punishment. It should be fun, too. No, this was the first time so many people were counting on me like this. It's the entire town. The goddamn... goddamn, the stress is getting to you. To be honest, it made me pretty happy. Still, I was worried about getting dragged into something that required a lot of work. I couldn't erase that thought from my mind. Well, when the chips are down, honestly, when you get stressful, honestly, you technically tend to pull through. It's depending on whether you're in a good state of mind or not that makes the outcome happen, good or bad or not, apparently. But since literally every single installment ends with you being in a bad mental state, honestly. Except for the last installment, actually, that yeah, just don't go crazy and you'll be fine, honestly. Then you'll be fine. Like, that's the big thing. If you don't go crazy, then everything is going to go fine in the world, apparently. He truly is the center of the universe. If he goes mad, the whole world goes dead. Good God. But I was in Hinamizawa. The people in this village would never do anything to betray me, would they? They genuinely believe that it would be a lot to liven up the festival if I became the host of their auction. I've only been here for a short period of time, but I know that the people here are honest and kind. Except for probably one person, at the very least. Okay, fine. As a man, I'm gonna do it. I'll take care of it. Wait and see, oh boy. I'll make it to the greatest auction in the world. Don't forget to get me the Agemore pass. I'll make sure to do a good enough job that'll deserve 10 years worth of tickets. How about 11? Good for you, Kei-chan. Oh my good God. Everyone gave me a round of applause. Just so much goddamn, just a lot of things are going all at once. How many times has this happened in my life? Not enough. Not once. This is the first time I've ever been applauded. By the way, I'm surprised that no one disagreed with the suggestion at the meeting. There are a lot of old people in the village committee, and they are traditionalists. They're traditionalists. They don't allow any kind of change. We can't have some youngster upstart us. Good God. I'm a young guy who only just moved here. I've known for a while that Mian has a lot of influence locally, but I couldn't believe that everyone in the committee would accept it just like that. Or maybe Oreo's influence on telling everyone else not to betray the trust, honestly. So basically, you basically like have friends with someone who's in power, or has a lot of money, honestly, and this use it to your advantage to pull some strings for you, honestly. So yeah. Well, most of them are that kind of hard-headed old people. Hard-boiled eggs. But the new generation's gradually taking over, you know? We won the damn conflict, and now we're aiming to build a new era and grow more and more prosperous. That's what we'll value the involvement of young people. People from outside the village, too. Oh, so you're bringing outsiders in the village then. Oh, I see. I don't believe this for a goddamn second, apparently, if there's outsiders into the village. My good God. I don't trust it now. You're young, and you're from the city. You have a good reputation, so you're the perfect guy for this. I have a good reputation, huh? Well, they probably don't trust outsiders full sale, but if they, like, since they have some outsider, like, living in Hinamizawa now, and, they can get them, if they get Keiichi along to, improve the town's reputation even more. Okay, never mind. I trust this now. I have a good reputation, huh? I have no idea why so many people have heard of me. They just remembered all of a sudden. It's something to do with Mii-chan's punishment, I think. Oh yeah, every single time. Every single time they get more and more crazier until they just see you walking around with a maid's outfit on. No, I knew it! Alright then. I'll call your parents about it tonight, so please let them know when you get back home today, okay? I'm sure my parents will have no problem with it. They won't have any objections to raise, at least. They might ask me why my name was brought up, though. Your reputation precedes you. Chi-sensei and the principal went back to the teacher's office as the discussion ended. Probably thinking about it, your parents would be like, probably even more megally surprised, based on your, like, at the last, when you lived in town, honestly, and then moving here, suddenly you're the star player, and just like, getting heaps and deals almost everywhere. The opportunities are just appearing out of nowhere, left and right for him, honestly. Wow, honey, I can't believe it. Keiichi's, like, is now better here than he was ever in the city then. We just stay here forever. Chi-sensei and the principal went back to the teacher's office after the discussion ended. We were in the middle of lunch break at the moment. Chi-sensei and the principal had come along together, and Mion scared me by saying that they all had something to talk to me about. My stomach wasn't digesting my lunch particularly well. Oh, hi there. Maebara-san, I heard everything. Good for you. Oh, I thought the entire class was so they stopped class entirely just so they can like egg Keiichi on to do this one job. Oh, okay, I see. I heard everything. Good for you. It's a big honor being chosen from the village committee. Oh, hey there, Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. I'd love to give that honor to you. No, thank you. I wouldn't be able to handle it. Oh, you're trying to give the goddamn job up to them. I thought you were saying like, yeah, thank you for the words of encouragement, endorsement. Why can't the two younger kids apparently take over the auction, honestly? They can get their speaking, like public speaking skills a good use then. Salesman pitch there. I realized the whole class was talking about me. They were saying how fun Nagashi was going to be, and how high their expectations were for it. Well, I mean, okay, well, that's only if depending how long the auction is. If it takes place the entire festival, then that means not the entire festival will be that fun then, because you'll be stuck in the auction area itself. Depends on how many items are actually there listed, so you can actually get down with the job and just go around the festival and just willy-nilly and just screaming and shouting about why this octopus does not have enough octopus in it. I might have taken on a huge responsibility. I need to do my best to succeed at it. By the way, I forgot something. Oh, you always tend to forget something. You add another goddamn, like, PS to it, an addendum. My granny made tons of ohagi. She told me to give them to my classmates. Oh, the mochi's back again, goddammit. Mion clapped her hands as she remembered, and took a box out of her bag. She opened the lid, letting us see a bunch of ohagi neatly packed inside. Wow, there really are a lot. I think there might be enough for everyone in the class to have one. Aww, it looks so yummy and cute. For some reason, my granny loves making ohagi. That's because Sohei used to love them. Sohei, who's that? Ah, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, Grandpa. Yeah, I heard my gramps used to like ohagi. He ate tons of them. For Grandma, ohagi is something that makes her remember your late grandpa, huh? You think so? Okay, that's a new face, actually, thinking about it. I thought Gramps like canned food. I don't know about that. Getting immense flashbacks. You don't like canned food, do you, Shion? What? Is that true? Why so? Well, it's because of the smell. Just don't smell the metal. No, it's something else because of scary stories back in the day. Man, now I'm just trying to remember. Okay, I know the whole conversation, the whole canned food stuff was brought up before. I guess the time skip of this year, 1983, and then before she went crazy. But was she the one who brought up the whole canned flesh incident in the second chapter to Reina and Keiichi? Actually, was she the one actually? Did she bring it up, or was that Reina? No, I think actually, no, she brought it up actually, and Reina, no, Keiichi then responded like he heard about it, and Reina was like really surprised about it, like Keiichi knew about it. She did bring it up. Okay. Oh, is that so? After always forcing me to eat my squash, turns out that you too have something you can't eat? To tell the truth, she hates canned food because... flesh. Come on, sis. Don't you dare tell anyone. I don't know what's going on, because you don't remember yet, but it seems Mion knows a secret of Shion. Tell it to us. If they're that close together, I'm pretty sure they know secrets about each other, so, Mion, if you tell the secret about Shion, she'll tell the same secret to everyone else about yours. Go on, it's the law of equivalent exchange. The reason why Shion doesn't like canned food must have been something pretty funny. It's probably just a bit more not exactly that funny, unless you find it morbidly hilarious. The two sisters battled for a while. Well, the room has now been destroyed. The machine gun knee kicks Mion launched from close quarters weren't bad, but I don't think she expected Shion to land a capture suplex off of it. I guess Shion is the stronger of those two siblings. Oh, look at that! So she's the strongest person in the entire group here then. No wonder she overpowers everyone. Especially when Rika tries to literally go after her then. I'd rather tell you the truth than have you hear from my sis. See, there's this bad guy named Kasai. No, he's not bad, okay? Strike that word from the record. He once told me, when I was still young and innocent, that there's sometimes human meat mixed in with canned food. Oh, I've heard about urban legend like that before. Oh yeah, me too. I once heard that there's a dog meat mixed into the beef bowls and worms inside burgers. Okay. I'm not gonna eat the whole fiasco again of my spaghetti meatballs thing as a kid, of the fish heads and the worms as noodles thing. Are you quite serious? I can never eat beef bowls or burgers again to hearing something like that. See, this is exactly why information is... this is why knowledge is power, even if it's not real. You see, Sadako, it was a very traumatic thing for me to hear. You have my sympathy, but I still get to figure out how you made me eat a full-course squash meal. You need to let go of that one. You need to let it go and move on. Man, even after he turned out to be good in the end, I still hate his guts. God damn it, that guy. That character. That meal was delicious. Because we're talking about this, I'm starting to get worried there might be something mixed into this ohagi too. Oh, don't worry, there's some edible needles in there. Don't worry about it this time. Oh, well, at least with the ohagi that I brought, you can't really be sure that there's nothing else inside. Keiichi choose the thing at random. Everyone else already has their own unique brand, honestly, so actually be more funnier, actually, if everyone in the class knows about their whole club game activities, so she just mixed one in, has only exactly one of the mochi technically has with it, and randomly one person in the class gets it, at random. I mean, I guess it goes against what happened in the last Toy Store thing. She wants one of the club members to have it, but still, that'd be so funny and hilarious. You can't really be sure that there's nothing else inside. Ohagi that Mion brought. I have a sinking feeling about this now. When you consider that, it's only natural to suspect that she probably did something to them. Wait, what's going on? I felt like I was forgetting something. I didn't remember anything that I was forgetting. It was like one of those deja vu moments. I'd never been in this situation, but my mind was telling me that I'd been there before. What's wrong, Keiichi? I'm just suddenly having a memory of a past life. No, nothing. I just feel like Mion has given me ohagi before. But this is the first time, right? Oh, of course you cut away before we could see Rika's change in reaction, apparently. Gosh dang, of course you do. Of course you do, game. Of course you do. Is it? Michan? I think it's the first time. At least with the you round, Keiichi. You must have been mistaking it for something else. According to my memory, this is the first time Mion has brought Ohagi to school. Okay, so ever in the history of ever, then. Just staring daggers at everyone. Oh! I know! You're being cautious because these are from this old man, aren't you? That's nothing to brag about. I think you should be reflecting on your regular behavior. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't feel this way if Reina brought me Ohagi. Reina's really good at cooking, unlike you. But they're small, but very carefully made. Huh? Never made Ohagi before. What are you talking about, Keiichi? What? Wait, what was I saying? Wait, did Reina just say she never made Ohagi before in her life? Oh my good god. Oh my good god. Why did I say that Reina made Ohagi before? Rika slowly just takes Keiichi's side and so I see. You're remembering. Tell me everything you know. Interrogation time. Why would I know that Reina makes her Ohagi small but neatly? I had no idea where that memory was coming from. Deep into the depths of your soul. I can only assume it was an error in my brain. System error 404. Short circuit time. Mina was saying that this was her first time bringing Ohagi to class. As I tilted my head in confusion, everyone started reaching inside the box. Reina took out one for me and put on the lid. I stared at it closely. What was I so concerned about? Death? Mion said that I was probably concerned that she did something to the Ohagi, but it wasn't quite that. I really didn't know how to explain it. I felt like I was forgetting something important. I'd forgotten about something important, and all I had was the obligation to remember it. In front of me was nothing but a single Ohagi that came from Mion's house. I was frustrated, but I really couldn't think of anything. There was no way I could remember it, because I didn't know anything. Not right now, anyway. Keiichi, you've been staring at your Ohagi for a long time. What's the matter? Oh, it's just... I'm experiencing deja vu. Don't you get it sometimes? It's your first time seeing something, but you feel like you've seen it before. So, you feel like Mion has given you Ohagi in the past? Yeah, but I'm sure just my imagination. Mion just told me that she never brought Ohagi to school before, so that's that, right? Keiichi, you can't have memories of what didn't happen. If you remember something, I'm sure it really happened before. Rika told me something strange. Remember the 5th of November. I didn't usually take her random comments seriously. Ever since I saw her making those predictions at the toy store, I've been curious about her special powers. I felt like she was telling me something deep. I mean, it's weird to hear that from you, since you're so great at making predictions. Are you talking about the cycle of reincarnation or something? Okay, funny you mentioned that. I don't know much about religion. I just want to tell you that if I know something that happened to you, I want you to try and remember what happened. Don't wait and see. Remember now. I don't want you to treat it like you're just mistaken. You understand what I'm trying to say? I guess? I was a little surprised by how serious she sounded. I always thought Rika was just an innocent girl who fooled around all the time, saying things like meep and nepop. God damn, I just realized this now. That Bakabin plush, honestly, just about a quick 4 a.m. I named it meep. And I only just realized it, I only realized it, honestly, last episode after I finished bringing it up, after I finished recording. I just realized that now, god damn it. But all of a sudden, she seemed like a totally different girl. Was I supposed to take it as a joke? The serious look in her face told me it wasn't the time for jokes, though. I mean, if that's what you're telling me, then I guess I got Ohagi from Mia in a previous life. I'll make fun of you, so please tell me everything. Why did me give you that Ohagi? I mean, the more I think about it, the more I think it's just my imagination. Maybe it was just a dream. I don't care if it was a dream. You must remember something. Please tell me. Just like she's just excitedly talking in her goddamn head. Just please, Keiichi, you're one step closer. One step closer. Please remember everything. Epiphany time. Epiphany time. He just remembers out everything. Oh yeah, but like the opening monologue in this chapter did mention him. It took him Riko a while before she could actually reach out and remember like different fragments. Honestly, so the first several loops actually. She did just go through loops all over again with absolutely no memory of last timelines actually. So huh. What was up with her? She seems so curious about it. I didn't think the story was that interesting. Look, anything supernatural, any way, kind of shape or form, deja vu and all that kind of stuff, it hits Rika's fancy. If you don't believe she's cursed or anything like that, quote unquote, has reincarnation powers, and she just is interested in the supernatural, okay? Okay? Just go with that. Her asking so much started making me feel uncomfortable. Something into my brain. Still, something told me that I needed to talk to Rika-chan about everything I could. Maybe she could predict my future by reading my dreams. I should tell her everything. After all, she's the shrine maiden for Oyashiro-sama. Well, it goes like this. I think I skipped school that day. I had a cold or something. My memories scattered all over my brain like powder. I can see myself standing in front of the door. Mian was there, and someone else was sitting there too. I think it was Reina. Mian brought me Yohagi so I would get better. I think she told me that her grandma made it just like today. And then? Well, then I ate that Ohagi, and nothing else bad happened. After they went back home. Then I found something inside the Ohagi. I'm sure I saw it in a comic book or something. It's a mix of my memory, but I'm sure I read it somewhere in some comic book. Because it can't be true. Keiichi, tell me what happened. What'd you find inside the Ohagi? Well, I read this scary comic book when I was little, and there was a sewing needle inside of someone's burger. You remember what Shion was saying just now? It can be traumatic to hear a story like that when you're young. I don't remember much about that comic. I think it was just about this girl who had an accident, how to grudge against the person who caused the injury in her face. Is it talking about that urban legend about oh my god, I can't remember her name. It's like another Japanese folklore of the only close thing I can think of, like name wise, is about the smiling lady, or part of her face is like scratched or something like that to make it look like a wide smile. But she tends to hide underneath a medical mask so no one could see it. Oh, and the whole thing of she takes it off and asks people, am I pretty? And it comes to down to you have to say not yes or no, but something some third option, honestly, that'd be very specific to make her feel confused so you can run away and not be killed and chased down or anything like that. There's no time to run away. It was a really cheap plot now I think about it. But since I was still a little kid, that comic really scared me. Oh yeah, I'll give it that. There was, oh my god, the first time I actually reconciled the whole fact of, hey, death is real and all of that. I literally watched a Jurassic Park B movie. And literally the ending was just someone, just realizing, oh shit, I'm never getting off this island ever again. I'm the last survivor, so I'll just put all this found footage recording and into a plastic waterproof baggie and let it drift across the river, and hopefully someone else can find it. And we never hear from him again. And that honestly scared me as a kid, honestly. But everything I think about now is, god damn it, it was stupid. But the time, the emotion still sits with me, honestly, even though I know it's stupid. In one chapter, the girl casts a curse in the guy's food. He eats a burger with sewing needles inside it, and he goes all, yeah! Well, something like that. Probably more terror-inducing sounding. It still freaked me out. The image was so grotesque and shocking to me. That grew into a kind of trauma, and for a while I searched for sewing needles in my food every time I ate something. I couldn't eat burgers for a while for that reason. But my parents got concerned, and my hunger overcame the trauma. Eventually experience and disappear into the flow of time. I'm still a little worried about sewing needles every once in a while. I don't think about it all the time, of course. I mean, it'd be pretty rude if I poked at my food while eating lunch with you guys, wouldn't it? I mean, of course, I know that no one would actually put a sewing needle inside my food, unless it's edible. I could totally imagine some, like, you know how people make them, those cookies in the style of, dangerous, like, needles, but you can tell they're, like, fake? Just, someone has definitely made, like, actual needle-looking food, right? Please? I can totally imagine that. It'd be, pretty fucked up, though, but, I can imagine it. But you're still a little scared. Well, maybe I am somewhere inside my heart. So, you saw a sewing needle into the Yohagi that me gave you. You saw a sewing needle instead of one. Yeah, more like felt one. Your perception went weird. I did. Instead of Yohagi, there was a needle, just as I feared. Why was I telling you something about something that was just my imagination? Mion and Reina came to see me when I took a day off from school while I was sick. That never happened, so obviously my brain was just making it up. You dreamed about having another dream about this. But I spoke to Rika-chan because she said she would make fun of me. Are you afraid of this Ohagi now? Do you feel like there might be a needle inside? Is that why you're not eating it? I realized that Mion and Reina were also looking at me. They're wondering why I was staring at the Ohagi without eating it. I'm having a very intellectual conversation with Rika, okay? Stop looking with those big ol' eyes of you. Oh, you don't like Ohagi, Kei-chan? If you don't have to eat it. Mion was assuming I didn't like Ohagi. She felt bad for forcing me to eat something I didn't like. In turn, I felt guilty seeing the sad expression in her face. Sis, you must be convinced that you put something in it. I immediately denied Shan's remark. No one else would understand what I'm saying. Even I didn't know. No, I know for sure there's no sewing needle inside this Ohagi. A sewing needle? Where'd that come from? Why would this old man put something like that in there? Of course she wouldn't. You're not the type to visit and bring something with you out of pure generosity. You might play a trick with Tabasco sauce or something, but you never put needles inside. You never do anything dangerous as that. I know you would never do such a thing. I grabbed the Ohagi with my hand. As I brought it from my mouth, I felt the need to check it just in case. I told myself clearly, "Hey, you wimp! When are you gonna stop being scared of that stupid comic book? Mion brought these Ohagi to treat everyone in the class. There's no way she put needles inside of these." I forced a stupid memory and my brain munched in the Ohagi. Oh, it's delicious! Of course it is. There wasn't a needle inside, was there? No way. No, I'm really sorry, actually. I just caught in the traumatic experience I once had. My heart stopped pounding and I felt relieved. The next moment, I got the urge to say something to Mion. It wasn't the right thing to say, but I just felt like I had to say it. Hey, Mion? Huh? What is it? The Ohagi was delicious. Huh? Well, I'm glad I brought them then, even though they were really heavy. How many did you bring? Okay, then. Well, the first thing I think of, I don't know what mochi looks like, but I think I mentioned it before, just looks like giant squares, honestly. Well, not I know they probably don't look like lasagnas like that, but they're just the slices and all that, the folds, honestly, and I guess the layers of it, are just as big and heavy as I'm assuming. That's my first image of it in my brain. I didn't know why I wanted to tell her again that the Ohagi was delicious, but I was glad I said that to her. I was finally releasing that odd feeling. Well then, since Kei-chan overcame his fears and ate the Ohagi, you should eat the squash, Sadako-chan. You should eat more canned food then. It's so soft and sweet. How can a lunchbox on me be so full of squash? You're gonna give me a traumatic experience. It already is. She's trying so hard to stop Sadako-chan from hating squash. She's so passionate about it. And she sees her as her future little sister. Well, yeah. Well, if He comes back. By the time I finished eating my ohagi, we had returned to our usual fun lunchtime. Keiichi? What if? What if what? What if... God damn it, stop. What if you really do see needle inside your food? What would you do? That's not gonna happen. Don't you threaten me, Rika-chan. Keiichi, what if it really happens? Rika-chan looked at me with a serious face as I joked around. What's gotten into her lately? Stop it. It's not gonna happen. I don't believe it will. I just overcome my stupid trauma after all of that. Remember your trauma from your past life! That's why I made that firm statement. I understand. Keiichi, I'm sorry for asking you so much. You see needles with your food, it's definitely some kind of mistake. Please don't ever believe that's me's fault. You're just trying to tell me not to be suspicious of Mion, right? I mean, of course I won't. I'll never be suspicious of my friends. Right now, anyway. There's my fist in the air. Rika-chan finally looked happy. She smiled as if she was relieved by my words. Look at that. But will Keiichi actually remember that next time Onikakushi chapter happened again in the other loops, apparently? Will he, though? Will he? I guess we'll find out next time in Higurashi when they cry, the TV anime. Oh, you're going all the way to committee. Okay, oh boy. The items donated for the auction were gathered at the Furude Shrine. Well, actually, okay, well, it makes a lot of sense you'd actually know what the items would be to look like, so you can, like, plan what to say when the time comes. There's so much stuff here. Huh, I could see towels and old furniture. Who would donate towels to an auction? Okay, but there are way more things than that. I even see TVs and refrigerators. These are pretty new, too. Impressed, huh? We got donations from the stores my family owns. Some of them were display products or leftovers that they can't sell, but they're so practically brand new. Oh. If you don't mind something is a mile behind, they're incredible, right? I mean, yeah, if it's just a mile behind, then it's just fine. Seeing how sun-bleached the brand new sticker on these appliances are makes me feel kind of sorry for them. Sun-bleached? Like, just give it give it another year, and it just looks, it's just a complete solid white sticker then. God damn it. No, Sadako, that's actually a big selling point. Even if it's a little faded, people feel better using brand new tools than they do items someone else used. Meep, youngsters these days sure are picky. You are technically a youngster here too, even though you have an old brain. No, you literally are an old soul. God damn it. I really don't care whether it's new or not. All I care about is the price, and not about what the item does, apparently. Reina-san, you seem interested in furniture. Oh, you're actually tagging along with all of us. Ooh. Oh, no. My dad and I were just talking about redecorating the house. Brand new furniture's expensive, so I've been checking out these recycled ones. You're changing the furniture? That's quite a big deal. Oh yeah, okay, so your dad is also, like... Wait, so does that mean technically oh, wait. Does that mean either, Rena's, like, not around, or, that's been dealt with again? That means you still killed them. Yep. You killed them? My dad finally found a job recently. So we kind of want to make a fresh start out of it. Your father found a new job? Rika-chan asked her. I was thinking the same thing. Does that mean Reina's father was unemployed until recently? Yeah. He didn't work for a whole year after he broke up with my mom. I was so upset. I was telling him to go get a job already. You deadbeat! Even though they still have money to stay on for a while. Reina explained that with her usual smile. It took me a moment to realize how serious it was. If what she said was true, her parents were divorced and she wasn't living in a very good family environment. Reina talked about it like it was nothing. Your mother and father broke up? Yep. They got divorced in Albaraki. I mean, she's talking about it like I'm so plenty now when she never want to talk about before last time, so But now I'm just sitting here wondering if if the characters didn't remember anything. I wonder actually how they all would have actually gone through each like the old routes again if they didn't remember anything. Yep, they got divorced in Ibaraki. That's when my dad and I came back to Hinamizawa. My dad couldn't get over the divorce for a long time, though. He was always just sleeping or daydreaming. Divorces and breakups always wound deeper the more they love their partner. It's not really a bad thing that your father was hurt so much. It just takes some time to get over, honestly. Yeah. That's a romantic way to put it. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, that's literally just a whole thing for breakups, too, honestly. Pretty much. I felt it before. Anyway, I eventually found out that he was spending a lot of money at the bar. I was shocked when I looked at our bank account. Yep, look at all the finances. Well, Reina's mom is a famous designer. Or was. She's dead to our hearts now. Their family used to make lots of money. So our father got lots of settlement money upon the divorce. That's why he was able to pay for their living expenses for a while. Perhaps that was why it took so long to get back on track. That's true. If he had no money, he would have had no choice but to work. He would have had no time to be depressed if he kept himself busy. It's tough leaving an ordinary pattern of life. It can really mess up people's cycles. Yeah, it's pretty much anything. If you that's the whole thing. Even like when I moved to I guess live in a dormitory, it took so long before I actually got used to it. I mentioned before that like sometimes the rooms in the building itself was suffocating. It took a while before I actually got more used to it, honestly. A long time, actually. And now I'm not there anymore, so look at that. I understand, because I was that way for a while after I left the academy. Staying at home like a hermit is the worst thing you can do. You're exactly right, Rika-chan. That's why I had a talk with him. We talked about his responsibility as the head of the household and as a parent. You always look like you're fooling around, but you're actually the most reliable person in this group. I'm impressed that you even spoke to your father like that. It wasn't a big deal. I was shocked at first. I found out that my dad was spending his money on some lady. His daughter. It really hurt to find it out. And then? What did you do? So you basically found out and talked to him, like, don't do that ever again? Oh. So you basically just found out, like, right then and there at the beginning, and then, like, cut it out. But, like, since of everything that happened, like, what we're learning about everyone so far, like, how they're, like... Actually, how even Shia mentioned of how, like, Sun Chain is honestly, of course, if you like something, she was getting more used to being away from the academy and probably, like, lashing us, like, to Masatoshi a bit more because of that. And because of his sudden departure, honestly, and she didn't, I guess wasn't around him, like, I guess, too much to actually, I guess, like, you know, fully get closure or not. Then, with his sudden just departure and everything that happened with him back then, it kind of made things some worse, honestly, in her brain, the sound of it. Her brain latched onto him because of that. Oh, boy. And because of everything, probably just be talking about the whole stress of what happened with their grandma and all that. Also, latched even more to there too, honestly. So, yay. And then, what did you do? Well, it was no good to think about on my own. Just kept thinking in a negative way. So I spoke to Michan about it. All I did was listen to her. Reina was the one who faced her problems and came to the conclusion of talking with her dad about them. I didn't give her any advice. But that was the important thing. Talking to people about your problems can calm you down a lot, if you can actually trust them first. That's the big distinction. Come on, because if you literally tell that to someone who literally goes out of their way to do that, it would just make you feel worse. Is that so? If she overcame just by talking to my sis, maybe her problem wasn't that serious. And that's not true, Sichan. Honestly, just emotional baggage, like, lessened, honestly. Before I spoke to Michan, all I thought about was how to hurt that lady. I realized that wasn't a good solution at all. Talking it out with him was the important thing. I'm still just fixing the fact of him, if the whole, like... I'm still fixating the whole fact of him, if every single, like, how everything would change, honestly. based on everyone's personalities and honestly and all that, from the question arcs, how things would have went better if they did that or anything else. Without because obviously this is all still influenced by what they remember in the past, honestly. Like, in the other loops, honestly. That's the only reason why it feels like it's being remembered. It's being heavily hinted at, so, So what happened after you spoke with him? Well, we concluded that he wasn't moving on because of the money, so we transferred the funds to a different account, and I took charge of them. Now my dad has to get an allowance from me every month. Okay. Oh, it's as though you're the parent now. I mean, technically, she's already adding that, even when we were in her brain, so yeah, basically. Everyone else laughed along with Sadako. I wasn't sure if I should laugh, but I saw Reina laughing too. Well, anyway, the money was keeping your father from moving on. As soon as he remembered the value of money, he stopped going to that shady bar and got a job. It really was perfect timing. He was getting ready to pay the down payment for this lady's apartment. How a mess. You talk about like it's nothing, but it's a pretty serious story. Your family could have been ruined. That's true. Probably just from the sound of it, like... If the very second he paid the down payment continued on, honestly, that's pretty much where nothing could have been changed, actually, from the sound of it. Because even then, at that point, he'd been sunken too deep, and Reina wouldn't even be able to talk to him. And yeah, I'm still fixing the fact that, even though Reina did feel like she had, like, you know, like, had a talk, like, the Harmlet lady, honestly, she never really acted upon it until that lady actually tried to literally say out loud and lunged to kill her. So, that's true. If I didn't talk to Michan, I kept on thinking about it on my own. I don't know where I would have been by now. I think I probably would have tried to kill that lady. Everyone laughed at hearing such a dangerous thing come out of Reina's mouth. Yeah. Reina laughed too. But I saw something serious in her eyes. She was being serious. It was probably true that she once thought about murdering that lady. She seduced Reina's father so that she could get money out of him. Knowing how short-tempered I am, I might do the same if it happened to me. I think she made the right decision talking to Mion, instead of being irrational. I mean, well, again, like, I know it's framed by Keiichi saying, like, all this because it doesn't know the context back then, but that lady literally tried to kill Reina. Again, I don't blame her then. I don't blame her for protecting herself. I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. I don't. I'm impressed. It's not that easy to talk about your family issues. Oh yeah, you say that because things get very complicated very fast. Yeah, I know. It took me a while to make the decision to talk to Michan, but that one dream changed everything. A dream? A dream, you say? We're getting dreams left and right, I see. Yep. Every night in bed I think about my problems. So it's troubled even in my dreams. Oh yeah, I heard the dream psychology, stuff like that. Even if you don't exactly sense the problem, you can kind of see the symbolism in your dreams. I've heard about it. In some cases, honestly, I can honestly see it in some dreams I had. Most times they're just completely just weird abstract, just art pieces of film, apparently. My good god. In my dream, I thought about what would happen to me if I didn't do anything. I don't know if what I saw was my imagination or a prediction of the future. In my dream, I saw that lady living with us in her home. My dad and I don't smoke, but there was an ashtray in the living room. The futon in our guest room was now hers. In the bathroom, there was now a toothbrush and shampoo I'd never choose to buy. It was an unusual sight. Oh boy. That must have been very difficult. A disgusting situation. Sadako never told me, but I heard that she also lost her parents. I heard that she went through tough times when she was taken in by her aunt and uncle. I think, there's that, but I think she's referring to, all the times her mom was dating, another guy. And, the stepfather, tried to, stay close to her. That happened a few times before, I guess, her mom said on, her new husband. I'm assuming they got married before everything went down. Then, yeah, I would probably feel the same way, once you get used to it. Someone told me about that once. Sadako seemed to understand Reina's pain very well. Yes, it was a really disheartening situation. Eventually, I felt like I didn't belong there anymore, and something urged me to kill her. Again, I don't blame you for doing that, but she was allowed to kill you. I know they're trying to do this, but still. That sounds so realistic for a dream. What happened to that? I realized I was a murderer. I didn't want anyone to find out about it, and I stopped trusting anyone. I spent all day at the place I buried her. I was afraid that if I left that place, someone would find out that I killed her. That's a nightmare. Well, I'm glad it was just a dream for you. I don't know. I wonder if that was just a dream. I'm kind of glad that like all you in the comments were basically saying Reina was still, well, I guess was like shown to be alive, at least in that one tips thing for the anime, honestly. Like, it makes sense that everyone else would still be dead and all that, and the gas thing, but she would be taken to Okonomiya, honestly, to be in police custody. Man, I'm actually now wondering how it all looked for Reina, like, she grew up then, in that universe, honestly. How she felt then. But definitely many years have gone by then, since the town, I guess, what is the word? De-quarantined, honestly, from the gas, honestly, so it'd just be there as a living reminder, but she would tend to think about it more, honestly, away from it. I don't know. I wonder if that was just a dream. I think it's my future. That would have happened if I didn't do anything about the situation. I woke up the next morning and shaking in fear. I even felt like I smelled her perfume at home. I wondered when that dream was going to come true. I was so afraid that pushed me to talk to Michan. Yeah. I remember Reina coming up to me and telling me that she had a secret to tell me. I honestly thought she'd gotten a positive on a pregnancy test for a moment. What? What? That, even as a joke, oh my god. I could talk about it like this now, but it was very serious then. Michan is a very dependable person. She listened to me and guided me through a solution. Eventually, we decided that I needed to talk with him face to face. Perhaps it wasn't just a dream. You're right. I think it was more than that. It was a premonition. Without that dream, it's possible that you never would have spoken to me on. That could have changed your life dramatically. A dream, huh? You had them too? Did you have them too? You had dreams too, Shion? Huh? Shion had said something in a small voice. Only Mion picked up on what it was. I don't know what she said, but based on Mion's reaction, she must have said something mysterious. By the way, Shion usually went to school in Okonomiya. However, she'd been coming to the school in Hinamizawa lately. Oh, I was already getting the sense. I already, honestly, just from the fact she was there at the very beginning of this chapter, so, I didn't know why she chose to come this far, but she seemed to be having fun taking care of Sadako. I had no idea what brought Shion and Sadako together. Wait, weren't they on bad terms once? Huh? Wait, is that true? Were they always that close, or not? What? Now I know. It's important to talk to other people. We'll have fun in a normal way. We'll laugh together in a normal way. And we'll fall in love in a normal way. We won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other. Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally can realize that. Like, this is a good sentiment, but I will say that like, it's fine to doubt, but just don't doubt to the extreme. Like, what was it? Well, as Danganronpa 2 put it, honestly, for one of the chapters there, honestly, it's better to doubt to believe than just doubt just because. Like, yeah, doubt because you want to believe in them, and if everything clocks out, then yeah. Because, if you just, like, it's like almost the same, because I was gonna say this, because if you take that whole situation wholeheartedly, like what Reina just said to with her death situation with Rina, then this would absolutely be terrible advice. Because like, since he was infatuated with her and like slowly it was one side of she wanted to take money from him. If he really just decided to believe in her without doubt, then that whole such a situation would happen without fail. But it's better just to doubt to believe, or to see if there's anything wrong, and then when you pass that little test, honestly, then actually go forward, honestly. It's better to pick and choose and make sure to know who your true friends are, honestly, or the people you can actually know you can reasonably talk to, honestly. It's one thing to tell someone, like an absolute stranger, honestly, about all your things that comes back to bite you, or just, it makes things awkward, honestly. You're right. You resolve not only your family issue, but you also realize the importance of friendship. It's the power of friendship. Yeah. If anyone's troubled by something, I want to help. I really do. I want everyone to think that they can talk to me about their problems. Meep. God damn it. Rain is saying something very important right now. Everyone listen to her. Listen to these words very carefully. Rika-chan was right. We all nodded at her, without joking around. A moment later, we heard someone locking the door. We were all surprised. Rika's now trying to interrogate everyone. That person didn't mean to lock the door. I mean, she must have locked on accident, not knowing that it was already open. She turned the knob, thinking that it was now unlocked. Huh? Oh, okay, they're just waiting around here for the committee to start looking at the auction items, okay? Oh, is anybody inside? Lady knocked on the door. Could hear several other people outside the door. Oh, sorry, we had a private conversation. Let me open it. Mian replied in a loud voice and walked to the door. I heard her greeting the ladies in the town council. Hey, we guys lend a hand? What is it? The door is stuck. I immediately saw why Mian called us over. People from the village committee had brought up another donation. It was an old cupboard. Oh my good god. We all helped to carry it inside the room. As I walked to the door, I realized the Higurashi were starting to cry, taking over from the cicadas. I heard you're going to host the auction, Maebara-kun. Everyone thinks you're the best man for the job. We're looking forward to seeing your showmanship. Oh, oh, shucks. I'll do my best, but please don't expect too much from me. Sure, you say. You're here today so you can come up with an idea of how to sell these items. They have every reason to expect great things from you. I'll make sure I'm my best, then. The lady smiled and told me they were looking forward to it. Always looking forward to it, looking forward to this and that. It hadn't been that long since I moved to this village, but even these people offered me a position of huge responsibility during the festival. So, you could say they accepted me as a member of this village. I caused so much trouble where I lived before that I couldn't even go outside. But they're accepting me as a member of the village? I was so happy. I felt bad that I still hadn't learned all their names, but I was going to do my best to entertain the villagers who were supporting me. What are you going to do now, Mian-chan? Are you staying here? Oh my god, we've been here for goddamn hours, goddamn it. No, we're going home now. Right, Kei-chan? Yep. I got a good idea of what we have here. I should be fine now. And I just make an entire 10-minute speech for each individual item showcasing how it's good for everyone to buy. I'm not interested in wanting Nagashi, but I do still want to see his auction. Maybe a kind of festival too. Oh, wait, okay. Now I'm just wondering now, actually thinking about it, that since literally we're supposed to, so literally there's definitely smaller differences between each part, but then when one thing comes about, then they start appearing out of nowhere, so I'm just taking the whole loop thing more seriously now over everything else now that since Sheen was not there the first time, the first chapter, that means she literally just wasn't there at the festival. But when Keiichi inadvertently met her in the second installment, and then she just got interested to be around Keiichi, honestly, because I guess getting reminded of Satoshi, honestly, and also just see what the whole fuss is with him, when Mian talked about him. Just the whole fact that she actually physically got to meet him, honestly, just wanted to kind of go to the festival, check things around, and then extended even more slowly to the rest of the chapters, honestly. So, small remembrances, nothing big like about remembering old memories, but a small inclination to do this thing or another, I guess. You absolutely must be there, Shion-san. It'd be great fun if we all hang out together. I disagree. No, should I trap you? She's an Okonomiya, so she should go to the festival there. I think Shi-chan should come. I think Mi-chan will prove entertaining if she does. Exactly. Since most of us want her to be here, it's decided that she is going to come. We overrun your decision, club leader. You hear that, sis? You'll be in my shadow on the day of the festival, but let's at least be nice to each other. Ugh. I hate you, Shion. I hate you, Shion. I hate you, Shion. Whatever Mion says, I know they're actually pretty close. The more Mion tried to refuse her, the more it was obvious how close they were. Well, yeah. Right. Let's go. Make sure you get everything. I'm turning off the light now. Clunk. We made sure that we didn't leave anything inside and left the room. I looked around the shrine grounds while Mia unlocked the door. This big place will be filled with people on the day of Watanagashi. These grounds are going to be the site of the festival. Man, I can't even imagine the crowd. I'm really looking forward to it. That's the hotspot word of the day. That phrase. There's going to be a lot of stalls and it'll be packed with people. You'll be surprised, I think. I wish they quit being stingy and hold something every season instead of once a year. But then the curse would happen every 4 seasons then. That reminds me, there's someone who visits every season. Yes, one certain person. Is everything going to change with him? Whoever his real name is, apparently. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, I know who you mean. It's that photographer I met the other day, isn't it? What was his name again? Something... tea-related? You know Tomataki, Keiichi? That's right, it was Tomataki-san. I met him on my way back home. Reina and Mion told me about him. Despite his burly frame, he's a fairly modest guy, and apparently from every single thought in your head, he says completely unreliable, so... He comes every year to take pictures, right? That's what he claims, at least. He comes to your secret, honestly, in the middle of the night, honestly. God damn it. Oh. Whenever I see him, I feel like Watanagashi is close by. After Watanagashi, it's the beginning of summer. So pretty much, you don't look at the calendar anymore. The very second you find Tomataki around the town, you then just realize, oh, we are now coming up to the festival then. It's like your little clock, actually. My gosh. That's true. But the cicadas are already crying because it's gotten hot early this year. I heard on TV this year is unusual. Something to do with that thing called global warming. Okay. I love a hot summer. It's not a proper summer if it's cool. Yeah, I agree. I like different climates of the seasons. Cool summers and warm winters disappoint me. I just find that to be a bit weird. Well, I mean, the cool summer nights honestly make sense, but hot winter nights make absolutely no sense to me. Yeah, we gotta be passionate about this as the hot summer too. How many of us are gonna be there at the festival? It's gonna be a battle of the 6 evils. The 6 evils, what are those? Once again, we'll have a great Watanagashi this year. I agree. We'll have lots of fun. Hey, Reina, don't you know? When Rika-chan says something like that, it's not just what she hopes for. It's a prediction. Rika-chan is telling us that it's gonna be great. It's really gonna be great. That's our fate. You're saying the goddamn words. Stop it. Right, Rika-chan? Yes, that's our fate. Rika-chan smiled with a Napa and a Hoshi. Her smile assured me that the day of Watanagashi was going to be a great one for us. The auction won't be starting right away, will it? Nah, it's going to be right before the ritual dance, so we'll have plenty of time to hang out together. Okay, so, festivities, auction, then ritualistic dance. Actually, probably think about it later on. I'm more surprised why I'm, Oh, I'm just wondering now. Oh, wait. I'm now intrigued about that now, because, what was it? Because if Rika's been doing this for, like, several loops straight now, wouldn't she have gotten the dance down pat? Now, my next thought, actually, would have been that she's been doing this whole loop situation thing for so long, I guess disenchanted her and made her more depressed. And that's why she made some mistakes, honestly, in some of the dances, actually. She's not really in the zone for her heart's less into it, honestly. So, That actually make a lot of sense if that was the case, honestly, if so. Indeed. It's your first festival. You just have fun. After Keiichi's auction, we'll get to see Rika-chama's ritual dance. Sounds good to me. That means I don't get to see Keiichi the whole time. Let's stand by for the dance. You're gonna be in the show too, Rika-chan? What is that dance all about? Are you gonna do something traditional because you're the Shrine Maiden? There's a dance and a ceremony for paying respect to the Khan inside the futon. You should root for Rika-chan too, Keiichi-kun. You see, when Rika-chan dances her Shrine Maiden outfit, it's just so cute! Okay. I'm taking her home with me. I've never seen a real Shrine Maiden before. I'm sure Rika-chan really will look adorable. I'm looking more and more forward to the Wancho Nagashi festival. Okay, can someone get a mop? Reina, Mion, Shion, and Sadako, Rika-chan, and I. The 6 of us will definitely have a great time there. Oh, 6 evils, okay, makes sense. But who's the most evil amongst them all, then? We need to know. We need to know. How many more days do we have? I've never been this excited about a festival in my life. Oh. Huh. Oh, okay, then. Oh, this is actually the day of the festival, then. Oh. Oh, the day before for preparations, actually, huh? Oh. Oh, this is new. We don't usually get a third thing for an early chapter like this. Sadako's snoring sounded so subtle when I stood by the window. Sadako? I can tell that she was sound asleep. She snores so cutely. Hanyo laughs and tries to poke Sadako's nose. Phases right through her. I looked up at the sky. Nothing was different about the moon, but the moonlight seemed warmer than usual to me. Rika, you seem to be in a good mood. Yes, I think I am. I realized it only after Hanyo pointed it out. I really was in a good mood, because you're realizing more and more your friends are actually even unintentionally remembering things. Otherwise, I wouldn't be enjoying the view of the sky in a night like this. I felt like bringing a toast to the moon. As we rode around the back of the closet, Hanyo spoke to me, sounding noticeably upset. Rika, don't even think about drinking. Look, it's a good pastime. I deserve it. Just tonight. Hanyo doesn't like alcohol. If I drink, Hanyo will also taste it, so she always complains I try to drink. No wonder in that tip then she just came out of nowhere when Rika starts drinking then. That's so funny. Okay, that's hilarious. That's why I usually drink only when Hanyo's far away from me. Oh. Oh, good God. It's like a radar. Anywhere closer and like the sensation just jumps to her. Of course, she'll know right away when I do, but it's too late by then. She can't rush over. No, you can't. You're too young to be drinking. It's my body, my rules. I'm gonna make my own decisions, okay? No, I hate alcohol. You can't drink. No, it's not because you're too young, but I hate it. Don't make me drink it, please. No. I don't want to fight with you tonight. Begone, foul beast. Begone, foul ghost. Ghoul. I'll do it with orange juice so you can handle the taste. Is that a deal? Oh, she did mention that, like, she diluted with, was it with water? Or, like, it was some kind of other juice, actually, in the last tip, huh? That's the point. I don't like the smell of alcohol. Then plug your nose. So you can't drink? Well, Rika's not gonna plug her nose because apparently actual smell actually helps a lot with what you eat, actually, so, in taste. So, no go there, okay? Hanyo jumped around and complained. She was making a lot of noise right where Sadako was sleeping, jumping up and down on the futon, apparently. Stop that, you're gonna wake her up. No, I'm not. Remember, you're the only one who can hear me. Bleh. Excuse me, wait, what? Okay, I'm not gonna go further into it, but we'll just point out that one small detail of a certain someone in the second installment hearing a child jumping up and down. No other words, no other words. Just who do you think you are? I went to the refrigerator and took out a pack of orange juice and spicy kimchi I typically use for a punishment. No! Let me ask you a question. Would you prefer if I ate the spicy kimchi to punish you? Or drink a sweet orange juice cocktail while enjoying this beautiful moon instead? How about none of them? Hanya clenched her lips while jumping up and down, ready to burst into tears. She should be disciplined for being that noisy, but she never has been since the only one who can hear her. Oh, and the extra set of footsteps too. That means Shion technically was in tune with what the fuck was happening in the entire town then the entire time. God fucking damn it. Fucking look at that. It was supernatural. Look at that. Look at that. It was the demons all along. God. A mixture of all three. Literally a mixture of all three. I called it at the very beginning. In the first installment. Well, it was. It truly was. Actually, when did I actually say it was a mixture of all three, actually? I don't know if no, I don't think I said the very first installment. I think I actually did say something about the staff room, or like the after party then, when Keiichi brought it up. Well, him on the phone anyway, so, She should be disciplined for being noisy, but she never has been, since I'm the only one who can hear her. Besides, she's like airs, so I can't even give her a spanking. Hanya loves sweets, but she really hates spicy food. Rika, would you stop jumping around? Look at that! It's like I woke up suddenly and I had to hide my glass in a hurry. I can't see the goddamn alcohol. Sadako doesn't know about my drinking habit. What time do you think it is? She fell asleep again after speaking. See? She was bothered by you jumping around like that. You nighttime nuisance. Just like the only one you can see her, I'm usually the one you can hear the noise she makes. That means technically Hanya was actually in the ritual storehouse when it happened and knew they broke in there. And just told Rika about it. That's the silent alarm they had. It's not the light switch. It was literally someone watching you like a camera. A ghost. It was a ghosty goo. Just like I'm the only one who can see her, I'm usually the only person who can hear the noise she makes. However, that's not the case all the time. Hanya does exist in this world. Sometimes people can actually hear and feel her existence. It doesn't happen too often. Most people think that they just heard some random noise. Based on my experience, people who are in critical condition like Sadako tend to hear more often. A critical condition? When I say critical condition, I mean who've reached the L4 stage as Eerie would describe it. L4 stage, and my mere first thought is then what Keiichi felt and described with him the first installment of him actually hearing some in the background. But technically literally just her presence actually made things worse, so in the second installment, then the third installment was anything like that, anywhere like that? I don't think so, not top of our head. But the footsteps that Shion heard in Miyakashi, which made her even more paranoid, and heard about it every day. That means, technically speaking, that since Miyakashi was all the same thing over again. Wait. That literally just means that wait, why? Why was she watching Shion? I doubt that's what happened the first time. The first time the once Nagashi thing happened all over again. It makes sense that Rika would know that was Shion from the beginning then. Since she was tortured there and spoken to then, and actually had a chance to talk to Mion then, know what happened, and carry that to the rest of the other loops then. But why then? Okay. Does that mean the year before that then So Hanyo actually decided to keep a close eye on Shion to make, like, to talk about everything, to see if anything happened. And then when the year came up, huh. It just appeared out of nowhere. That's a lot to take in. When I say critical condition, I mean who've reached the L4 stage as Ear would describe it. In that stage, there's nothing that can be done anymore. They'll feel the existence and hear the noise of someone that they can't see. It would really mess their mind. So pretty much, L4 is basically everyone goes delusional, and look at that! Sadako apparently is near that stage, apparently, so, who could say that Sadako could actually not kill Rika, actually? And even all that, actually not on that subject now. If I was to think of any, that was the one thing when I had that theory before, that Sadako was the one to kill Rika in the future because of the whole head pats thing, which is even weird to think about it, because even if, like, you take the first opening sequence of the first installment to, like, now in context to be, you know, Keiichi, killing Reina and Mion in conjunction, there was still that weird perspective shit I mentioned before, where it goes from a different perspective, honestly, from someone talking about giving head pats to them, and then going to Keiichi killing both Mion and Reina, honestly. So, that's another thing, that's a lot to consider too as well. Okay then. Hanyo stopped jumping up and down and gave up as I started pouring alcohol into my glass. I wasn't drinking because I wanted to be mean to Hanyo. In fact, I always wish she would enjoy it too. Watch her mouth so many loops about it, she'll get used to it, she will have to, so long. I poured in a little bit of wine to the glass and diluted it with plenty of orange juice. In fact, this cocktail's pretty much just juice. It's a screwdriver, literally. Well, it's not vodka, but still. I also put some crushed ice in the glass. With that, it looks like a real cocktail they serve at a bar. See, Hanyo? It's very diluted. I lit the edge of the glass to see how she'd react. I guess it's not that bad, now. Good. I'll be drinking this tonight. Nothing to be afraid of anymore, alright? Hanyo has been scared of that kimchi punishment for a while. I put it back into the refrigerator, but she seemed relieved. The trauma's now gone. Oh, that's a nice CG. I took the glass and headed back to the window. There was no breeze, but it seemed a little bit cooler. Hey, Hanyo? Do you feel that something is different this time? Are you talking about Keiichi and Reina? Shion too. Everyone remembers a little bit about their past. They seem to be using those memories to avoid their fatal mistakes. I don't think it'd be that surprising if this was happening individually, but I find it very strange that it's happening to everyone all at once. I know I often use board games as examples of fate, but I feel like this is the same lucky chance as rolling all 6s in that 3 dice. I think it's a good way to describe it in the sense that we're starting closest to your desired future, but I don't think this is the miracle that you've been waiting for. It's just the next step, honestly. I'm actually more surprised, actually, if everything goes exactly to plan in this installment, actually. That would actually be the biggest surprise, actually, if the ending is actually just as good as the last installment, but the gas does not happen. The Hinamizawa disaster. That would be surprising, actually. I knew what she was trying to say. She was telling me not to expect too much. The die is designed to have 6 sides. It's not a miracle if I roll one and get a 6. The true miracle is when I roll it once, if I get a 10. I made that little analogy before. Just like what happened with Keiichi in my previous life. In other words, a miracle is something that would normally never happen. Keiichi gave the doll to Mion. Reina spoke with her father. And Shion started taking care of Sadako after remembering her promise to Satoshi. That was all because they had those intentions somewhere in their hearts. I'm getting reminded now of Hedda's Code's own talk about miracles there, which, Miracles technically happen every day, but it's truly a miracle that happens, like, the same thing happens twice. It was only a side of their die that was engraved there already. But still, even if you couldn't call 3 dice rolling this well a miracle, it didn't mean good fortune. I'm sure it was God's way of celebrating you finally feeling motivated to change your fate. I thought you were one of the gods. Why don't you be like a god when you're trying to tease me? I'm just kidding, don't get upset. Well, that's why I'm in such a good mood tonight. It lifted up the glass of orange wine and gave a toast to the moon. It tasted like nothing but sweet orange juice. It was funny to see Hanyo making a happy face as I took a sip. I wonder if I can escape the death of 1983 this time. If our goal is to escape from this board, I don't think we'll ever have such a fortunate start again. No matter how hard I try to prevent things from happening, there were some things I could never control. It's such a huge letdown when that happens. After trying so hard, something renders my efforts infertile. I've probably been wasting my time for so long because I was trying to escape from that pain. For the first time in my life, then, I'm blessed with a favorable situation. Everything seems perfect in this world. There's no reason for me to be depressed. It's like the weather is perfect and the wind is blowing just the right way. If I failed to put my ship out to sea, there was nothing to pin the blame on. I understood what Hanyo was trying to say with a concerned look in her face. If I didn't escape my death with this fortunate situation, I'd have to accept that my fate wasn't something that could be changed. This is an ideal world where all my friends overcame their problems. I was always in a depressing world, but this time all the pieces of the puzzle have matched. If I couldn't change my fate in this world, then it was proof I couldn't change it in any world. And that was the thing I've been afraid of for a long time. The loss of hope, and the death of my soul. Of the pair of us, I was probably the only one who would die. Hanyo will most likely remain there if my spirit disappears. She must be afraid of being alone or to lose myself. Does that mean there's actually something that actually gets Hanyo to die? That's why she's telling me not to expect too much. I bit down the ice chips in my mouth. It was pleasantly cold. Hanyo, I know we've been over this many times, but I want you to think about me again. Sure. You want to know why you're being murdered in 1983? Yes. A strong will becomes fate. That means that the reason I get murdered this year is because of someone's strong will. I think you're right. Who will benefit from killing Rika Furude? That's another thing if I'm, It's basically the whole thing of how do you change, like, a stubborn person, then, for the sound of it, then. If that person's a strong will, there must be a clear motive for them doing so. I feel like, if it was, like, Sadako that kills, like, some one location, like, one timeline in that case, maybe here? It could just because, like, if, like, Lil's that, oh, actually, what if she actually remembers everything that happened, and because of, also what's happening here before she remembers anything, that she's actually getting to, L4 stage, it's not the whole fact that, she actually thinks Rika's to blame for it, but, everything is coalescing all at once, the stress and everything, and also remembering all this at once, and, she breaks down and then kills her. Oh boy. Oh boy. Like, or maybe even Rika, like, says it out loud, actually, at some point, and then that's, like, oh, that caused, that all to happen, oh boy. Oh boy. It might sound odd coming from me, but I think most people like Rika Furude. I don't think any villager would have the motive to kill me. The people who live in this village are all fond of you. Thanks to you. I'm just showing you my appreciation. Anyway, we now know the Sonozaki family is not the culprit. I have no idea who else would want to kill me. You know, this village is supposed to be the safest place in the world for you. You're right. It's supposed to be. There are plenty of people who would protect me here. It's ironic. For a long time, I've been refusing help from all those people who were trying to keep me safe. Or you did try to get help from them, you just forgot about it. Rika? I think we should rely on Eri. People in this village love and cherish me. No matter what, they never saved me when I tried to escape the fate of my death. I spoke to several villagers in the past, but they never believed me, and none of them saved me in the end. They probably didn't believe me because I had no idea who was trying to kill me, or what their motive was. If I could explain that, people might be more accepting my story. It's almost like it's probably just the same way of like you tell someone the truth, but like you just have a feeling it's gonna happen, and it just sounds like you've like almost a whim, honestly. Not even like a strong hunch in some cases, and things like that. Like when someone sees in their experience, like sometimes like has sort of gut instinct for it, but it's just a whim, like pure and simple. Then, and not many people would actually like tend to try to buy that then, right? So, Also, this thought came to me as well too. I'm also gonna remind of this short story, called "The Egg," about a person who relives almost like the whole entire juxta story is like a man dies and then talks to like a god who basically tells the guy that you're reliving every single life on Earth, and so then you get the experience and actually know how to then become one of the gods then. And that's something like feels like comes like right here. If you overtake this slowly, like thinking like Rika truly is like a god, like Oyashiro-sama or something like that, it reminds me of something similar to that. Whether she's being conditioned to think that in some way because of the superstition around the town here, like she actually is. This feels like a whole entire big test, honestly. For all that. Like even the egg story, like every time the life starts, and honestly, they forget, and then they get, and maybe sometimes get told like it's the mission after the life is done, and they go to someone else. They hear and see almost everyone's perspectives, but here's mostly just only in one perspective, and just breaking out of this unfortunate loop, honestly. So I guess it's more narrow in scope, honestly, but it gives me the same vibes, honestly. You should also read The Egg. It's a really good short story, by the way. How that's described, honestly. It's a nice food for thought. No one would believe the little girl saying that she's gonna be killed without rhyme or reason. All I think of me as is the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, the leader of the Fruity family. They do cherish me, but they won't protect me with their lives. Reminds me just the whole thing of they're fans of you, but they don't know of you and want to protect you to that extent then. On the other hand, Irina's people are totally different. They realize how special I am, and they would try to make sure that nothing happens to me. If I confessed to them that my life was in danger, I'm sure they would do their best to prevent it. But like, now I'm just trying to wonder, like, it just, like, since like, the whole thing with them, Mio's always, like, always comes to be no matter what, though, it always feels like you tried talking to her about it some case, but nothing changes then. They have all the means to protect me from the violent end. To be honest, Rika, but if you never actually talk to Mio, or, like Mio, like, try to stop her from, like, dying, honestly, then, I don't know how to feel then, because I feel like that'd be one of the few things that maybe try to stop some things from happening, and like see like how things like spiral from there, honestly. But since it always happens, well, that means Mia's stubborn, honestly, or like even if like she believes like Rika's story full sail, but like I was like, well, even though all makes complete sense, I'm still gonna do this though, like that kind of stubborn, honestly. And she does have, like, write all those, like, scrapbooks, honestly. And, like, she changes things in a whim, honestly, which may mean she's not exactly that strong-willed, at least in those ideas. Mostly just, going wishy-washy just to, entertain herself with, like, scaring other people, honestly, so, However, none of it really worked in the past. It's not that they're unreliable. It's because Takano, the one responsible for protecting me, also gets killed in the same day, every time. The one responsible for protecting me. In other words, asking her for help is completely useless. She's very reliable, but she also isn't. It's ironic that I'm the only one who knows the reason why they can never save me. I wonder if that's the murderer's plan. Tomataki and Takano get killed because they're my guardians. Tomataki? What do you mean by that? Then I get killed after that. I think Takano's death is definitely related to your own. If it's the same fate... I mean, the same suspect is killing them for the same motive. I might be able to alter my own outcome by burning their deaths. I don't know if you remember, but we tried that once before. Yeah, so you did try. Look at that. The deaths of Takano and Tomataki mean the loss of my protection. Because the two of them die, the suspect is able to kill me. That's why I tried to prevent their deaths somehow. They never believed me. Yeah, that case, then. It's probably just the same way of like you mentioned before, like, what you said to them was just on a whim, though. You didn't have anything concrete to say, even though you know it happens several times over. It's like screaming that I'm, like, I see there's a fucking demon right there every night in my room, Mom! Why don't you see it? It's there, but you can't see it? It's like that kind of thing. The boogeyman is in the closet the entire time, but no one exactly, like, sees it anymore, like, you know, believes it anymore. I tried so hard to persuade them, but they didn't listen. I eventually gave up and just thought of their deaths as fated to happen. You just don't have the right approach, or you just don't know who the killer is. Give anything substantial to prove it, honestly, to them, actually. That, or like you didn't try to do the whole, everything's been looping. I'll prove it to you that all this has been looping. You're free to die every single time. Or like they just get freaked out and decide to not listen to you again and still die anyway. Maybe die different ways. That we already had, already seen in the again, first installment, Mio just disappears. Then every other time, gone. It's the same helpless feeling I used to have toward my parents when I was able to go further back in time. When I found out that death was inevitable, I lost interest in them. Ah, okay then. So they were always fated to die anyway, whether it's a disease or like truly disease or a murder, or like your mom actually did, you know, get really depressed. After all that time had passed, I forgot how hard I used to try to prevent my parents' deaths. Besides, I thought you hated Uranus people. Yeah, good response. They look at us like nothing but they're guinea pigs. I support them so I can help Sadako. But it disgusts me to think that they are only using me as a test subject. Only use a test subject, but for what? I've been resenting Eerie for that reason. And I was already thinking, like, okay, is this the reason, actually? Like, my gut feeling where I hate characters, honestly, sometimes, even when I don't actually see anything, is that actually what it leads to? Because usually, to me, like, the gut instinct not to trust someone in a story, but meta-wise or anything like that, or I don't have anything, there's usually a good reason for that. Is this the reason why? Brain, were you telling me something? Still, I should try to get closer to him. After all, he's the only person who understands how important I am. He's the main person I should be talking to, and he has the most potential for protecting me. I can't avoid seeking help from him just because I don't like him. I've asked him for help several times before, but Tomataki and Takano get murdered even so, and it ruins everything. After their deaths, Eerie panics and becomes useless. That's why I gave up on seeking help from him. Oh, that makes so much sense now, actually. Oh, wow. But in this world, I've been blessed with a positive situation. I'll never have as lucky a start as this again. This is the best chance I'll ever get. So to give it my best shot. I really don't like him at all. Me neither. But he's not a bad person. I should respect him more. He's serious about helping Sadako, and he's not as much of a mad scientist as I'm inclined to think. Takano's a strange person too, but she's also someone who can give me support. But she thinks I'm only her guinea pig. That's why I don't really want her help. Tomataki is more reliable than Takano, but the biggest problem is that he only visits his village a few times a year. On top of that, he always dies before I get killed, so he can never help me. However, they really are the people I should be talking to. If I can change the fate of their deaths, they should be able to save me from my own. It's possible the only reason I lived until 1983 was because of their effort. I'm gonna approach them once more, and do what I can to try to save them. Ooh. Oh, don't worry. I expect they'll be murdered anyways, so I'm not getting my hopes up. So I'll be fine, even as hope is betrayed. No, you're such a cruel girl. It's called being realistic. I check out her comment. If they can escape their fated deaths, then I'm sure they'll greatly influence my own destiny as well. And this time I'm gonna try talking to them with the assumption they'll still be killed. In short, I'll talk to them about how I'll be protected from my coming danger after they die. If they issue such orders, and maybe the guard around me will be strengthened after they do. The protection they provide is probably the highest standard of security I could hope for. Yet I lose that the moment Tomataki and Takano die. So I never had their protection after Watanagashi. And therefore I get killed too. I can't tell if you're like mostly from the sound of it, it's like all like you're just saying about the second they die, then like it's like you're more likely to die because of that, like they're your security blanket almost until they're gone. Then you're left vulnerable, that kind of feeling. Or at some point you actually did get their help and they did protect you, but I'm mostly inclined for the first option. It feels like there's a tiny bit in there though. In other words, that's it. Whoever possesses the strong will to kill me actually just wants me dead. Yet so long as those two are alive, there's tight security all around Hinamizawa. That prevents the killer from getting to me. So, to kill me, they must first kill Tomataki and Takano, the heart of the security. Yeah, there's another reason of them. I still can't think of a reason why they want to kill them, honestly, still. Almost just because of association for something else that we can't quite see? Then my protection falls away, leaving me exposed. The more I reason it out, the more I realize their fates are connected to mine. Thinking about from that point of view, my destiny becomes inescapable the moment I abandon them to die. You should know what you have to do first, then. Yes. I have to think about saving their lives before thinking about mine. It's kind of ironic. I gave up on them because I was more determined to save my own life. But I finally came to the conclusion that I had to help them first before helping myself. But there's something I still don't understand. Someone with convictions this strong is trying to kill me for some equally strong motive. No matter how often I debate it, I can't think of anyone who would benefit from my death. Not only that, but there should be only people who'd want to protect me. It could just be that suddenly they actually remember it, just like you have. Of other times, oh boyo, the curse. Sadako had knocked over a statue in the ritual storehouse. It's the curse. But why do they actually go after Tomataki? And even then, it's a group of people. The sound of him always strunning Tomataki, then killing him. And then whether Takano leads him before then, he dies there, and Takano then goes to grab his bike and gets out from town there. Then she dies, whether she goes missing purely, or they nab her and then strangle her and then burn her in that oil drum. So I think that they have to inspire a group of people, honestly, to go after them, honestly, for Tomataki to grab a log, honestly, to offend back against them. Or Tomataki has the feeling that they are stronger than he first thought, if it's just one person or just a few of them. That's the only thing it can be, then, if he went that insane, then. We don't know anything about Tomataki, then, to make any kind of personality, I guess, checks, honestly. Even from the very first installment, we don't know a single thing about them. The most we got Tomataki's information and background is literally just in that installment and nowhere else so far. Literally, so far. Literally. And everything up until then, he's been consistent, and we have learned nothing new from him. We learned more about Mio than Tomotaki, honestly, and we met him first. My god. That's kind of funny. Especially since they would do anything to protect me in the present environment. They even eliminated my mother. To be perfectly honest, I don't even care about her anymore. I never got along with her, and she's the one who took my father's death the wrong way, making a huge deal of it like she did. She got what she deserved. I'm a valuable guinea pig for them, and I can be a bomb too. No one benefits from making me explode. It's only disastering them if that happens. Lots of people will be lost, and nobody would gain anything from that. According to Takano, my death would be like the eruption of a volcano in the middle of the village. I'm not interested in what happens after my death, but they're really concerned about it. They're watching me every day to ensure that I don't actually hit my head in the corner of a block of tofu and die. Apparently soft tofu, apparently. It's fair to say they are here in order to prevent the eruption from happening. So do you actually know the Great Hinamizawa disaster, or like you get the feeling of it so far? I'd be suspicious of them if they were going to benefit in some way from my death. But as everyone knows, that can't possibly be the case. My death would create nothing but a disaster. They're benefiting from my being alive right now. Every time the kind of phrase comes up, from my being this, it just feels weird to me, honestly. Nice writing quirk, though. Perhaps not about gain, but about a grudge. Yeah, that's my first thought, honestly. Like, it must be that. And if, like... That's the one thing, if, like, if it's, like... If my theory of, like, you know, Sadako, like, kills Rika at some point is, like, true anyway like that, it's probably because I'm, thinking, like, it's all your fault, actually, in some way. You know you've done nothing wrong, really. Because, like, the whole loop thing, and honestly, like... If everyone remembers the exact same thing repeatedly over and over again, So, maybe someone has a strong grudge against my family and kills me not knowing that I'm like a bomb to this village. That's why I was suspicious of the three families, especially the Sonozaki family. I'm assuming if we keep the rules and everyone's like deaths are so traumatic, actually, makes sense to even the culprit. Then if they had the whole looping memory thing as well, then that means they don't remember about the gas either. Well, they die, like, painlessly, so they won't even know about that then if they were in the village anyway, so that's not the matter either. They'll still continue on further along, just thinking to kill you if they're trying to make it, maybe since then it started all this time, but... Does that mean there's just only this one person who feels so fated to kill you every time they don't remember actually, or... However, after observing them in numerous worlds, I feel that's not the case. I felt that way in several lives, but it always had something to do with that incident with Keiichi and the doll. There's clearly nothing going on between the Sonozaki family and mine. In that case, it must be some religious fanatic. It's not about profit or grudge, it might be someone who's secretly deranged cultist. That was my very first thoughts in the series. We've already had a series of murders before using a row under the name of Oyashiro-sama's curse. The series of mysterious deaths, get it right! Timing-wise, it would be somewhat interesting if I, the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, were killed in the 5th year. I couldn't stand to be murdered for such a whimsical reason, but such a motive actually seemed fitting. Ironically, I would expect Takano if that was the case. She's well known for being an eccentric researcher of local histories. She's only interested in the village's history because she already knows who I am. She's doing the research based on the notion I'm important. So she should have no reason to kill me. She would desire to keep me close to her as a research sample. It's hard to believe that she would kill her favorite toy. She might be willing to kill someone who would try to harm her little toy, though. Maybe she actually tries to kill Tomotaki because of that reason. Oh my good gosh. I will never find out no matter how hard I think, huh? I just know that someone is definitely gonna kill me. Like, you're just thinking of like, the details you have right now. There might be something we just don't have, technically speaking. We might have all the puzzle pieces together, but we don't have anything that connects them together right now. I don't care about anything else so long as I can escape the fate. No, I take that back. I want to escape my deadly fate, but I also want all my friends to be happy. I want the rest of my life to be happy too. If he gets to get him one small one small stint of sadness later on in life, well, we're starting to loop again. I wasn't happy then entirely. I don't want to hide myself in the forest forever just to get away from my murderer. In fact, I tried that once before, but I still met with the same ending. The same someone like came up and killed you, or because of the disaster thing. Living in the forest was a horrible experience. I think I was able to survive until July that time. Might be the longest I ever lived. I smiled bitterly and finished off the rest of the orange wine in the glass. I had to talk to Iguri again. I don't like him, but his people are my only hope. It's getting late. I should go to sleep now. Saga's like, fucking finally. I think so too. Good night. Do you even sleep? I lay down and closed my eyes, but I couldn't fall asleep right away. Suddenly, I remembered Reina's words out of nowhere. It was no good when I was thinking about it on my own. I wasn't thinking about it on my own. I was talking it out with Hanyu. Now I know. It's important to talk to other people. Friends have greater meaning than I thought. You can talk to them about anything. I finally realized that. After I asked Takano for help, should I also talk to Keiichi? I've told him before in my previous lives, but he never believed me then. Huh. Oh, it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. Okay. Whodunit achievement. The weight of these lifetimes is truly immense. Why is it an alcohol bottle? Oh, it's a wine bottle. Okay, that makes sense now. God damn it. Well, it's just the two of us. We're only just getting one tip for each chapter here. So, Rika Furuti always thought there were 4 members in their family. She can clearly see all of us. Her father, her mother, and me. She had no idea that I was invisible to anyone else but her. My parents are a little different from human beings. Oh, and you're Pitapanyo, okay. I may otherwise look like a person, but I can't hide my horns. Look, don't ever hide them. They're great, okay? Never. Never do so. So it's obvious that I'm not human. You're a nice demon. Look at that. See? Nice demon. I'd hope that's because Rika's seen me since she was a baby. She wouldn't be bothered by my ugly horns at all. They're not ugly, okay? And that hope came true. Just as chicks believe whatever they see first their parent, Rika accepted me as part of her family as a matter of course. Even though I have these horns. Rika and I have been close ever since the day she accepted me as her family member. We came closer to her than her parents. I couldn't even remember the last time I was able to communicate with someone. We spent all day together. But her family, especially her mother, denied my existence. Since her mother so strongly denied me, how did just me, my imaginary friend and mom, believe her? She exists. Rika and her mother became distant. Rika didn't learn certain things that many children learn from their mothers. That's why I taught her instead. It's kind of ironic how that made her mother resent Rika even more. Rika used to fight with her mother a lot about how she talked. I guess she picked up some bad habits from me. Besides the fact that she didn't get along with her mother, Rika was a pretty normal girl. She was just like Sadako. She loved running around the woods, doing mischievous things. However, in June 1983, Rika's life was taken. I can't imagine how that would be if finally someone sees you and talks to you, and then they die. And then the whole loop starts again. Oh, for this. All we want, is a happy life for Rika. My power only allows us to search for the path that leads to that. It's awful to repeat the same tragedy over and over again. Although it's devastating, we can still find happiness within this endless world. Rika Furuti's destiny is a tragic dead end. But I'm secretly enjoying the fact that I get to spend more time with her than what normal people can enjoy. It's not just Rika. They may not see or hear me, but being with Sadako, Mion, Reina, and Keiichi is also very fun. I can never be one with them, but I can still be by their side. Think about it. Does that mean did we actually see at any point that Mion technically hears both in some way, shape, or form? There was the whole thing Reina actually hears it makes sense that like Reina hears all about the whole Shira-sama's curse thing. Now I'm just wondering if that whole stint that she had actually I completely wholeheartedly believe, I hope that that I guess a quote unquote epiphany that Reina got when she wasn't in Hinamizawa actually just was her own brain thinking about the I guess the whole curse and the rules the kids made in Hinamizawa that extends to her thinking about it now, and not due to the fact of actual Hanyo being there and actually telling her that. I can totally believe that she's around there, but I don't know if I want to think that actually she said all that to her. I'll definitely need to re-see that scene where like Reina talks about that, but I kind of hope it isn't that though. Yeah, okay, that's all interesting. So so literally now it's been guaranteed that on some level now, everyone, at least the three main people that have been in their heads of that literally just what was it, Shion and Reina and Keiichi slowly remembering slowly things, and for the sound of it, even if there's like not a good like that like technically just means also a fourth person Akasaka then on some level actually would remember, I guess, the different things that one is brief encounter with Rika then at some point. I guess maybe the other, I guess the bad end lines, they get more time to think about it actually, so there's still the weird thing of the concrete and the swamp, whether it's just for that or it's always in every case that the disaster happens. And like the smaller things for some reason extends to outside of, their reach actually as a group. So there might be some conspiracy granted than them, but also there's like a supernatural element, but it's mostly human fault. Like they're just reacting to supernatural elements. And the fact that supernatural actually is what's controlling them to do all this. They just see it happening around them, and then they actually then do all this stuff because they get a bit freaked out by it, or they misconstrue something else, or yeah, they use their own ends. It could be that, which yeah, it sounds realistic, honestly. If supernatural stuff, it just becomes wholesale into the world. Yeah, that sounds completely makes more sense, honestly. Based off everything I've seen as a child of looking up almost everything sci-fi or supernatural related. Of old conspiracy wise, like the Atlantis, the UFOs, the Roswell incident, and all that kind of stuff. Before I kind of just dipped out of it slowly, just because the fantastical, a more fictional element, just kind of didn't do it for me anymore, honestly. So yeah. Okay then. So I'm assuming for next time then, Rika's gonna try to talk to Eri, Takano, and Tomataki in some way, which stumbles upon them or goes around and trucking down throughout the entire town. I guess we'll see how that goes. I guess we'll find it out and much more for next time. So, hopefully the time watches as I am playing this. Hope to see you next time, the time that may be, and I hope you fantastic day.